So let's bring it to the very real life impact this is having to the people that we represent. It's my constituent and my friend, Terena Hurd, an 83-year-old trans woman. She discharged herself, I didn't know this at the time, but she had discharged herself from hospital so she could actually speak with me yesterday. She was a mechanical engineer. She owned her own business in Luton when she transitioned. The Sun phoned up and said, we'd love to cover it. So they took a photo of her and plastered on the headline, "Mechanic loses nuts, customers bolt." That is disgusting. But to be honest, that seems almost mild compared to the vilification of the LGBT+ community in some parts of the media nowadays. So her questions: how can the safety of trans men and women be protected using the toilets of the opposite gender? How is it going to be policed? Are there even enough cubicles and toilets to deal with this proposed change? She discharged herself to tell me these questions. But Terena was also terrified of being put on a man's ward. So her last question is, where would she have been put to be treated? Which ward would she have been put on? She would never have felt comfortable on a man's ward. Would it have been dignified for her to have received treatment on a man's ward? Her words: I was born a male, but I've never been a man. I tried, but I failed. Another Luton constituent is now having to walk considerable distances to use a toilet outside of her place of work. This is causing not just an emotional impact, but also a physical and potentially a financial one if she cannot remain in the place of work without being outed against her will. Where is her right to privacy? The Minister spoke about the Supreme Court being very clear that this should not impact a trans person's right to privacy. Where is her right to privacy being protected? Because it's currently not.